Hello everyone. Okay, so as you can tell, YouTube is still broken. It's been I think it's nearly 70, well yeah, nearly 3 days now that the notifications have not been sending out on live when you're going live on stream. We tried the first one person in there. The only way then to get some sort of activation is to then end your stream and then start it again. It seems to be the only way to activate some sort of recognition that you've gone live. It's beyond daft. I don't know what the hell is going wrong with YouTube at the moment, but that's 3 days now. I don't know what viewers we got as well, because when this happens, your Streamlabs crashes. It seems to crash on a low number, so you don't know what viewers you've actually got in. You're right, Super GT. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow if this is still the case, because I'm noticing like the usual people are not coming into the stream that are normally getting that wait for the notification, but this is YouTube all over. So the reason I'm doing this stream tonight is because I think I think season 4 in the off season was the final season, and we should be able to change our cars now. I'm praying that we can change our cars because I am bored. I mean, I'm not bored of driving Porsche because it's a good car, but I just want to change the cars up. So what we're going to do some open lobbies, and we're going to just test out some different cars. I'm going to try and keep the settings quite... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put tyre wear between 10 and 15 and mix it up a bit, because we don't know what... No one knows what tyre wear they're going to run this season. I want to keep it fairly high because it's going to give me it's going to be able to give me some sort of influence on the car I pick. There's a few cars I've got in mind. We talked about them the other day. You know, Ford, Hyundai, possibly Honda. Honda will be a bit weak on fast straight line tracks, but it'll be quite good around the handling tracks. There's a couple in there, even Citroen as well for the handling tracks isn't too bad. We'll see how they go with the no one knows how they're going to set up these lobbies. Hello to everyone, Skippy, Overdrive, Hippie Head Gaming. So I don't know why I was going to get my mouse and try and use it on this. So in other news as well, I've been on iRacing today, and I tried that setup out that I got off of somewhere. And in the practice session that I tried it in, now you can't judge your times too much off practice sessions because it's got a random list, but I used to be quite high up there when I was on it originally. Now this second, like, since I've been back, I've been struggling with the setups, not getting them, they just don't feel right. I changed my wheel to 1080-degree rotation because it was defaulting at 900. We changed that to 1080 so that it feels more like the T500 on iRacing. And we also changed the setup, and now this setup feels a lot better. My race pace was faster than my qualifying pace that I had before, and it was a warmer condition track as well. So I tested out the qualifying, and I got a full... What was it? What lap time was it? Was it a 1:45.5? I think it was. Now the lap wasn't perfect, and before that we were about 6 tenths off that in qualifying. So I've gained over half a second, I think, in conditions that weren't even that fast. So it could be good. I'm going to stream it. I was going to stream it tonight, but I decided to do this. I'm going to probably stream the race tomorrow in the day. So if you're interested, you know, I will be live during the day, possibly twice tomorrow with iRacing and GT Sport. So I'm going to test that out tomorrow and see what that setup's like. It might be a bit risky to set up. I don't know if it's going to be great for the race, but we'll find out. You're going to choose the same car as me? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to pick yet because it doesn't go live now. It's not until the end of... So, yeah, for likes of me and Super GT, I mean, I don't mind the break in FIA. It's quite nice sometimes, but it kind of screws you over for content because we've now got no FIA till the end of the month. So we've got, what? We got about over 2 weeks, more than something like 18 days without any FIA content. However, I think we might be getting Spa next week. I'm hoping it's coming next week. Well, I say next week, but in 3 days. I'm pretty sure it might be coming. So it'll be interesting if it does. We're going to do some open lobbies, get people in, and we're just going to test out some conditions. I'm going to just do Group 4 and Group 3 for this, obviously, because that's the only cars you use in the manufacturer. So let's just load up Suzuka. Let's just load up the race. I deleted it, didn't I? Doesn't matter. Let's just YouTube E25 FIA. I hate using my steering wheel, it does my head in. Oh, what am I doing? Manufacturer. Race for real. Room, yeah, fix it to mine. We'll keep it a DD. Double D. Let's try. We're gonna go Brands Hatch in Group 3 because I feel like we've not been there in that long because of the way they're doing their. It's a bit frustrating with the way we're not getting the tracks on at as much as we used to. Now, the last time we did this, it was 13 laps in Group 3. Let's just put. I'm pretty sure tyre wear was on times 15. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna keep it to hard tyres. We're gonna put damage on light as well because I want to replicate exactly everything that it will be in FIA. The Group 4 car's a surprisingly okay car. Stop trolling me. I'm not driving the Peugeot. No, I'm not going Peugeot because I can't stand front wheel drive. I've got a list of cars that I think I'm going to choose between. I spoke about them last night. There's Hyundai, Ford, Honda, Jaguar. What other cars did we say? Jaguar is one that I kind of like the sound. I'm tempted with Jaguar purely because Jaguar, both the cars are really fast down the straight, so it's going to give you overtaking opportunities. So I'm leaning towards Jaguar, but I want to just see. Fastest first, slipstream, real. Peugeot. Do you know what? The Group 3 Peugeot is not a bad car. It's pretty decent. It's just the Group 4's crap, isn't it? I only hear Ford. Fuel, I think it won't really matter that. We want to keep that so it doesn't really come into play. So we'll just do ×4. I think that should be fine. Real, we'll do 50 seconds. Boost. Off. Slipstream, real. Grid start, yep. I'm trying to remember some of the settings that they were based off in. I know we used medium tyres last time, and I think it was ×12 tyre wear, but I want to use hards and put it on ×15 for what they seem to be going to. And actually, yeah, we'll leave time. We'll do 13 laps. Just actually no. Will they go longer with this one again? I don't know. It's either 13 or 15 laps, which for FIA. So with the hard tyres, we'll try 15 laps just to keep it how it should be. Evening, Nathan. How are you? Prohibited tuning. Shortcuts we want weak. On. Ghost lapped cars. Counter steer assistant. We're having that off because it's banned for FIA. I think that's everything. So if you want to join, 1 minute before I do it. Yeah, I knew I'd done that. I was on blackout. There you go. It should show up. If it doesn't show up, just search the track. Obviously, Brands Hatch, Group 3, and it should show up. But if you want to join, feel free to join. We're going to test out some different cars. First one I'm going to probably check out is going to be Hyundai or Jag. What should I do first? We're going to do Group 3, obviously, first. I think I'm going to test the Hyundai out, see what it's like. It's not a particularly strong car for this track, but that's what I want to get an idea of what the cars are like on the weaker tracks. I want to know, like, obviously, I'm going to go Hyundai first. I want to test, because these are the type of tracks this car will not be strong on, so we just want to get an idea and see how it's handling and see if I can work with it mainly. I've never driven this properly. Where is the Hyundai Group 3? I have got it, haven't I? Probably haven't even got it. There it is. So we need to put the hard tyres on. Is there on GT for real a Tesla model? Yeah, there's a Tesla model, but I don't want to drive it. It's crap. I don't like electric. Yeah, if they reduce the tyre wear, Ford is a good shout. Also Jaguar, both very similar. Both are pretty much, they're not far off each other. People don't use a Jag, but the Jag is not a bad car at all. It's an underrated car. I think in Group 4 it might be underrated as well, because it's got more speed than the Mercedes down the straight. So on straight line speed tracks, the Jag is not bad at all. I'm just giving myself ideas, Nathan. I want to because I think we're going to be changing manufacturer at the end of the season. I need to put the volume on this as well, I think, on the game, don't I? There you go. Yeah, we're going to be changing manufacturer at the end of the season, so I want to just test out some different cars and just narrow the choice down a little bit and see what I'm going to end up going. I'm thinking I'm thinking it's going to be between Hyundai, Ford, Jag, but I want to add some other cars in there to choose from as well. I want to go something different. Like, everyone always goes Porsche. You know, I've been Ferrari before, which I did enjoy because it was such a challenge driving the Group 3 car. And I actually got my best ever finish in an FIA season. It was a really competitive season in the pre-season. I actually got a good finish in it, but I want to see how... I want to just try something different, and I don't want to go a front-wheel drive car though. That's obviously the issue. I got some GT mode yet. Let's just get an idea of the brake bias that I might need with this car as we go through it. Normally you'd want to go more towards the rear with a car like this, but I want to see how it handles first. It's the tyre wear that I think is going to be a problem with these cars, but we're going to test it with slightly lower tyre as well, because they might change the way they do in the next season, because they've had a lot of complaints about it. That was a bit scruffy. You think a lot of people might use BMW? The problem is the BMW is not great on tyres. I don't know, it's not bad, but it's not as good as a lot of other cars. But then, yeah, it's probably better than a lot of these cars. It's probably better than the Hyundai Group 4 car and also the Jag and the Ford, etc. I'd expect there will be a few people using BMW in the next season, though, yeah. You're probably right. Not particularly fast lap, but we've only this is our first ever go in it. It feels quite... Do you know what, though? This Hyundai doesn't feel bad. It feels quite good through the slower corners. It's got really good front end, so... I have to see how it is. I don't know what type of top speed it is. Doesn't feel too bad so far. It actually feels reasonable, this. I like the handling on this so far. It's not a bad car, really. One thing it does feel, it feels really easy to be consistent with. It feels like, do you know what oh! Crap myself there, I thought I was going to hit him. What I'll say about this car is, I mean, it feels like a very easy car to drive, so if you're new to the game, this might be a decent car for you to test out, because it's, oh my god, how early is he bringing, oh Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I can't go. Right, I'm going to go in the pits and put some new tyres on. I crapped myself then though with Lamb as I was going into the back of him. I've never used the Golf in FIA. I've never used Golf. I've only ever... My FIA cars that I've used have been Renault, BMW, Ferrari, Porsche, Mercedes. That's the cars I've used in FIA. I've never used Volkswagen, but the reason I'm not sure about that is because of the Scirocco and the current tyre wear situation. I mean, the Scirocco is one of the better front-wheel drive cars, but best Group 4 car overall. Between the Alpha 4C and the Cayman, really. Well, I say that. If you were just playing online and it was ×1 fuel and ×1 tyre wear, they wouldn't be the best cars. It's hard to say what would be the best cars, really, because a lot of them would be different on different tracks. Some of the front wheel drive cars, like the Audi TT, would rocket up there. The Lamborghini would be one of the best. It all depends on tyre wear. So that's what the problem, right? This is one of my concerns with how they do the BOP. They base their BOP a lot of the time from the time trial leaderboards. And they don't really base it off the race pace that you see in with all the high tyre wear on. So they really need to look at, like, that's why, like, the TT and that should have better tyre wear a little bit, but it should still be worse than other cars. But if it was ×1 tyre wear, the Audi TT would be a monster of a car, and so would the Lamborghini, the Huracan. Right, let's go for another lap. No, I miss the apex. Ah. Ah. Go a little bit to the rear with the brake bias. I think it might just need a little click to the rear. Oh. Okay, so maybe not downshift like that. But this lap's not going to be a good one. But we'll go again. What I want to see, and what I really should be aiming for with the hard tyres is... trying to think what time you really want to be aiming for. Is it 23 point... I think anything in the 23s with the hard tyres with times 15 tyre wear would be a good lap. So if we can get this down to like 24.5 already, that would be... There's clearly potential in this car. Oh, come on. Watch out the way. Move out the way. You've just come out of the pit. Come on. Out the way. Don't get people sometimes, like... We got some tryhards in here, I think, just using the best cars. This is a problem with notifications not working as well. You're finding that a lot of people are not... They're not joining through the stream. They're just coming on to seeing a lobby and just joining it, which is a bit annoying because I want my subscribers in here, really. Oh, I had to back off. Okay, so that's that lap ruined there. Let's try again, even though the tyres are a bit gone. Let's try again. No, you don't. Let's go in the pits. Yeah, I am, Kerr, but I'm too lazy to get my control pad out to tell him. I really hope they fix this situation with the notifications when streaming soon, though. Password in the description of the stream. What do you mean by password? We don't. There's no password on this lobby. You can't set passwords to lobbies, as fast as I know. As far as I know, it's an open lobby. Just join it. But you'll probably find that it might be full already. I don't know. So we need to just... I think everyone's going to be burning their fuel off, but I just want to test it with full fuel really again. We don't want to be given a false lap guide. We need to be testing it with the fuel that we would probably be driving if we were doing a season. You can't set passwords. There's no option for that. Now let's back off a bit here. Let's try again. So far, I like the feel of this car. It feels okay. It's got a better front end than I expected, to be fair. Oh, that was a little messy. I hope this car moves out the way, or... I don't think he's on a lap because I had a massive gap in front of me. Ah, messed that corner up. Damn. So there's potential to push this car. I'm starting to feel what you've got to be. You've got to be quite aggressive with it. We lost about 3 tenths or 2. Yeah, probably in that corner. I lost about 2 tenths. So let's just see what this is. So we would have got a 24.6, 24.7 with full fuel. That's not too bad. It's not as fast as the Lexus and the Porsche. It's like it's. Maybe we could get this. I think it's about 3-4 tenths off the Porsche in that round there, but you just got to weigh it up really and what it's going to be like compared to other cars as well. Right, let's start this soon. Yeah, I had it at click forwards before. I tried that. I'm just gonna get an idea first and see how it goes. Still using traction control too? Yeah, you don't want to use that. You need to get it off. I'm gonna be honest. The best thing you can do is just turn it off and practice with it off. I know you might be having a disaster. It depends how confident you are, really. If you don't think you're ever gonna be good enough or confident enough to use traction control off, don't feel like you should have to use it. Just use 1 or 2 and just drive it and enjoy the game. You know, there's no point taking traction control off if it's just going to make you spin every corner, if it's going to make you make mistakes and not enjoy the game. Drive the game how you enjoy it. If you've not got the speed to drive it off, just take your time with the game and just have traction control on and enjoy it. I think that's the best way to do it. If you start putting pressure on yourself to have traction control off when you can't do it, you're going to bin at every corner and the game will just it'll get really annoying for you. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. It all depends on what your skill level is, really. It depends how good you are, how fast that you can how fast you can rank up is just all dependent on your skill level. I mean, I got from rank E to, was it A plus or something like rank E to A plus in under 30 races, but it all depends on your individual level, etc. Right, let's start this anyway. Get a race going, and I know this Hyundai can go faster than that anyway. It can definitely get like, I think it can get down to a low 24. I don't think it can get in the 23s like the Porsche, the Evo and stuff like that. I think it'd be a struggle to get in 23s, which would be a problem in an official FIA season, because an official FIA season everyone will be in the 23s in the top split. Be like 23 8s to 9s and even 23 like 5s and stuff like that. But let's see what the tyre wears like with times 15. It should be alright, I think. I don't know. Why have we got... Oh, no. Oh. No, I might restart. I don't know how to restart this. I didn't want this. I wanted rolling start. Crap. I wanted rolling start on. I don't know why I've done this. Wow, what was that? Oh, that Spanish guy's taking everyone out. I swear I put rolling start on. I didn't have time to put traction. I should have just put my traction control on. It's easy on this wheel, but I forgot. Let's just carry on now, otherwise we won't get. We'd have to do qualifying again. It's that corner there is where this car is really quite weak. Ooh, sugar. So 0 on the brake bias feels quite nice on this car, to be fair. I quite like the feel of it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to even do the races next week on daily races. They just don't... Such weirdness. I'll see what they're... I'll see. I think I'm going to play iRacing in the day and then just stream some open lobbies in the night because the races look terrible. Oh God. Okay, so that wasn't even a very good lap, and that was faster than the qualifying lap. So this car's got potential, I think. People are going off all over the place. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the rate. This stream is not really about having amazing close races with people. This is about testing the cars out. So I don't really want to be involved with battling in this. I want to be testing the cars out in the tyre wear and stuff like that, and the race pace. Oh, that was close. Evening, Game Tech UK. I really need to stay in 4th gear through there. Don't know why I'm doing that. So far the tyres are okay with this times 15 tyre wear. This has been a bit of a messy lap though. Not been very good at all. I am liking this Hyundai. It's just I like the feel of it. I just don't think it's particularly fast, but I do like the feel of it. I think it will have tracks that it's pretty decent on, though. It's probably a good, or I reckon this is going to be like like the Mercedes AMG, but a weaker version. So consistent at a lot of tracks, but not as strong as a Mercedes. Yeah, it's probably got a bad top speed, but it handles well. It's not as good as the handling cars, that's the problem though. So if it's got a weak top speed, but it's still not particularly great at the tracks like this, then that's the worry. Like, this is quite a bit off the speed that you'd be doing in the Porsche and stuff. And now I feel like the front tyres are starting to go a little bit funny now. Did he just ram him then? Okay, well, this is why I want my subscribers in the lobby. I swear he's just deliberately took him out. What we'll do is after this race, I'm going to reset the lobby back up because we've got enough people in the stream now to maybe fill it up a bit faster. Oops. Damage is on weak. So, what car is caring? Because I had more fuel driving this aggressive than he had, so I've just put no fuel in. Did I need to fuel up? Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to save some fuel here. I've put this race needs fuel saving. Oops. Okay, we should still be able to do this. Let's see what this car is like at short shifting then. I totally didn't think about that. Yeah, I had ×4 and I really should have left it on ×3 and then we would have been okay for the fuel. Do I need to... I don't know what the fuel's like. Let's short shift it there. We're just going to short shift and see what it's like at short shifting for fuel saving. Lexus is another... Yeah, that's another car we can try out. But Lexus is better when the fuel saving's needed. VW is okay for Group 3, but then Group 4 is a bit crap. And I still want to be using a good car in Group 4. So it's not very fast when you're short shifting this, I can tell straight away. It needs to be revved to really get the speed out of it. Yeah, it's a car that needs to be really revved. It's not got the speed without revving it. We're still not really losing too much time to Kerr though, even though we're driving this having to save a lot of fuel. Stay in fourth here. Save a bit more fuel then. Right, this is why I say about GT Sport that having matchmaking is the best thing ever, because look at the way this field spread is on a public lobby. This is what the racing would be like normally without a matchmaking system. It would be fairly boring. I mean, you look at everyone on the track, they're all in different places. And this is why matchmaking is so important on racing games. It's pretty much the most essential feature that every racing game needs to add from now on. You know, before they do anything is make sure you incorporate a matchmaking system into your servers. We've nearly got the fuel back here, actually. Not far off being what I need it on. And we've only lost about 6 temps to Kerr when he fueled up. I like this car though. I do, you know, it's not a bad car at all. It feels nice. So from this test on this track, quite positive with the feeling of this car. I also want to try out Mitsubishi as well, actually. But I know the Group 3 car, I love it, but it's a Group 4 car. I want to see what the tyre wear is like when you've got extreme tyre wear. I want to see if if it has been fixed, because we've got a theory, myself, Lightning, and a few others, that they might have altered the tyre wear on four-wheel drive cars a little bit to make them a little bit more competitive with the higher wear. And that's why I'll also be having a little look at Mazda. Right, I think I've got enough fuel to push a bit harder now. Let's just take it to like 3/4 revs, something like that. That corner is just such a struggle through there. Maybe it needs a bit more rear bias for corners like that. I don't get Bears. He joins the lobby and then just leaves all the time. Confuses me. He never seems to race in these lobbies. He just joins, sits there for a bit, and then leaves. It's really strange. I don't get it. Yeah, so we've got the fuel under control now, so we can push a little bit more on this lap now. So we're increasing that lead now that we can push a bit more. I've saved too much fuel now. I've got 1.4 laps. I can probably burn quite a bit now. Ah! No, no! Oh my god. Oops. Held on to the lead. I've got traction on because I've got damage at the back. Okay, so we should be okay now. I killed that left tyre though. I wasn't concentrating, but the car feels nice. I'm happy with the car so far. We still got the win though, even with that. So even though we didn't fill up fuel, we forgot to fuel and we crashed as well and still got the win. So not too bad really. And the FT1's one of the strongest cars around there. Very good car around that track. PR1 Nico, please keep it in English. If you can't speak English, and then it's tough luck really. I want to be able to see what you're saying. I've got the Thrustmaster TGT. It's an English stream, so try and keep it in English, please. Right, so reasonably happy with that car. Don't kill you. It's alright, Mac. Just, obviously, it's an English stream. PR1 Nico, don't, Nathan's one of my moderators. Please, he was just trying to give you some advice because I don't want you speaking in foreign. Right, I'm going to end this lobby and create a new one. So we're going to create a new one now. Sorry, Firestorm, he's just come in. We're creating a new one to try and get some more of our regular people in that we normally get in. Because that had a lot of people, random people in there. We've got 200 odd viewers in the stream now, so we can get a few people that normally join in. Right. To the key to FIA manufacturer. Race for real, fixed room ownership. Yeah, 16. D. Right, so we're going to do a group 4 test now, and I want to go somewhere quite bad on tyre wear, but not. So we're going to go Catalunya because that is a kind of a tyre wear killer. That 10 laps. Trying to think what the settings will be for that. Just have a little think. Rolling start, fastest. Oh no, fastest first. Sorry. Boost is off. Slipstream real. On. Weak tire wear. I want to use the medium tires. Can anyone remember? Was it times 12 when the medium tires were on for Catalunya? I can't think. I feel like it was times 3 on that though. Sure, when we had racing mediums and racing hard that you could use. Was it times 10? Was that when we had times? Was that with medium tires? Was it? I can't remember. I want to go a 4-wheel drive car just to see how bad it is. Because this will really test it out. This. So it was medium tires or hard. Right. I think that seems to be okay. So feel free to join if you want to join. I'm gonna use a 4-wheel drive car just to test this out now. It's not gonna be competitive, but I just want to get an idea of how bad it is on tires. Trying to think what car to use. I'm probably going to use either the Evo or the Mazda Group 4. Let's have a little look what car we got. We've got Aston Martin as well, which I'm tempted by. We're probably going to do a few of these streams anyway, testing out manufacturers, because I can't do it all in one day. Trying to think. Let's just try this Lancer out. It's not going to be very strong here, but it'll give me an idea of how bad the tyres are. These always take quite a little bit of getting used to for me. Four-wheel drive, because you got to be really aggressive on the throttle. Be careful wearing the tyres out on the first lap. Yeah, it's okay. It's just a practice, Liam. It's nothing serious, really. How much longer am I streaming for? Probably till about just after, around 10 o'clock ish, not too late tonight, just probably about another hour and 10 minutes, something like that. But at least another hour. Right, let's just see what this Evo can do around there. I shouldn't have changed gear then, I don't know why I did that. Very weak down the straights, this Evo, but I want to see what it's like on tyres. So much understeer. I'm not bothered by the penalty. That's what you got. That's the problem with these cars, is the understeer. I've got to get used to driving this. It's a different type of driving you've got to do. Jesus. It likes to understeer. It's going to be weak around here, this car, but I just want to see what the tyre wear is going to be like. Oh, it's just understeers everywhere. Well, I don't know why I lifted them. I shouldn't have bothered. I shouldn't have even lifted. Don't know why I did that. So it's way off pace. Like, the Alpha was hitting... Just to give you an example of how weak that was, we were nearly in the 1 minute 49s in the Alpha with medium tyres on. Was it mediums or softs? I can't work it out. I can't remember if we had softs or mediums on in that when we did the FIA. I feel like we might have had soft tyres on now. So much understeer. Ah, yeah, it was softs, and that's why times 10 tyre wear was worse, wasn't it? Ah, right. I'm going to change that. I want to obviously get an idea of what... I want the settings to be matching that to get the idea. I'm sorry about this, but your times are going to be reset. So let's try again. So this is going to kill this tire, the tyre wear on this. It's going to kill it. Looking at how bad them tyres were wearing then. So let's just cruise round. Let's not take any life out, because that's... I need to try and get it. So for a track like this, the tyre wear still seems quite bad on this Evo. That's putting me off driving any four-wheel drive car, because if they go aggressive with the tyre wear, you're just going to be screwed in a four-wheel drive. Yeah, after turn 3, yeah. There'll be nothing left, but it's just weird though, because we're at the Red Bull Ring. I know the Red Bull Ring's really, it's not a tyre killer, but that driver in the Evo, he seemed to be like, I feel like his speed was down to, some of it was down to the tyre wear being changed with these four-wheel drive cars, and Lightning even said it. At Nürburgring, he was able to carry on keeping his speed in the Subaru when we did that race in the public lobby, and I've noticed it with other people as well. They seem to be, the tyres don't seem as bad as what they were, but we will see. The one thing with the Evo is I normally take a long time to get used to this car, because it's a weird way you've got to drive it. Let's go a little bit more. I backed off far too much through there. Oh, pretty bad. Tyres are dead already, pretty much on the front. So bad. So far off the speed of the other cars. So you could get that into the, I think that you'd get it into like mid 51s, but the Alpha 4C was in the low 50s. We did a 50.3, and I think that it was it 49s was possible, because B Racer got a 49 point something. So we should have really got a 49.8 on the lap that we did in the final run when it was Catalunya. And that, obviously the Alpha 4C is very fast there, but still, I think this is just a little bit too far off the speed, really. It's good at some tracks though, it's just that this type of track I don't think would suit this car. And you can see how much it's killing the tyres. They're pretty much gone already. So I'm thinking four-wheel drive and front-wheel drive are not cars that I really want to go. I think I might try a front-engine rear-wheel drive. That might be something I'd go with. Let's see. We lost a lot of time on that last sector then as well, so I think there was over a second, well, maybe nearly a second just in the last sector. So they messed it up big time. BMW is an option, but I've been it before. I don't really want to go that again. I think Aston Martin, Hyundai, Ford, they're all up there as choices. It's just, once we know the tyre wear is when I'll make the decision. I've been BMW before. I've tried it loads. See, the Group 3 Aston Martin has really good tyre wear, so you will benefit in that, and it's a nice car to drive. But the Group 4 will be strong at some tracks, but then it just kills its tyres. That's the problem. But it's going to kill its tyres less than these like cars like this. We'll try one more lap and then we'll start this race to see what this is going to be like. The SLS is okay, but I find that the tyre wear is not very good on the SLS. I found that the AMG is much better with tyres. It's fast. The SLS is a faster car, in my opinion. It's a faster car in terms of hot lap, and qualifying it will be faster. But the AMG GT3 is just a better race car. I think if the tyre wear is lower, I'd be tempted with either Aston Martin or Jag. I don't know. I think either way, I want to choose a different car. I mean, there's other cars as well, like Honda, that I could go with MR. They're not bad. They're quite good with tyres. There's a few different choices I can go with. But Honda's pretty weak down the straight, so if the track selection is very much power-based, Honda's might not be the best. There's just a lot of ifs and buts at the moment. But I just want to get a feel for loads of different cars. Like, we're just going to test out a lot of different cars and get a feel for them. No, I don't have load cell on. I'm not sure if the load cell mod works properly on the T3PAs when you use GT Sport. I've heard that it doesn't respond very well, but I'm gonna get V3 pedals, but mainly for iRacing because I won't be able to use them on this. Missed the apex. Ah, it's awful. Toyota would be a good choice, yeah. I've used Toyota before, though. So, I messed that corner up so badly. Such a weird car, this. You've got to get used to the way it handles to get the speed out of it. Once you start getting the hang of it, it's not too bad, I don't think. It's just definitely a tricky car to get the speed out of. It's really secure over the curb, so you can attack the curbs. Still not a brilliant lap, but we'll just try this in the race. Yeah, Toyota, I've been that before, so I don't really want to go it again. I used the Toyota 86 and the FT1 before. I do like them cars, but again, it's trying to think of a combination I've not used. So let's just let everyone know we're starting soon. That time. Yeah, Corvette's another one that you could go. Corvette's an option, but again, and Mazda is very much dependent on the. I'm tempted by Mazda because the Atenza's good on tyre wear, and it's quite good at a lot of tracks. But it's a four-wheel drive car. It all depends on that. So we'll start this in a minute. Ding, 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 ding. I love the way this car doesn't brake when it's on the limiter like that. It just stays stuck at that speed. Why was it actually doing that? That's weird. It's not doing it now. Weird. You was with Mazda? Yeah, I mean the Group 3 car's decent. It's just the obvious to Group 4. That's why I want to test this Evo out now, just to see what the tyre wear is actually like on it. I know it's going to be bad, but I want to see if it's better than what it used to be. I'm going to start on the soft tyres as well and just see how long I can hold on for. Probably have to go soft and then medium for the last stint. Let's start this anyway. Yeah, the Mazda Group 3 is a very good car. It's just a good car in general, to be honest. It's not got great top speed, but it handles really well. It's really stable. It's good on tyres as well. And you can do a lot of tyre swapping, I found, with the Mazda. You can put the mediums on the front, softs on the rear, and they wear really even. So you can do stuff like that with that. Where's Firestorm? Oh, Firestorm. He didn't. Did he change cars back, or did he not? Did he go through the first sector? I didn't even notice that. Sorry, Firestorm, mate. So we've got a Mercedes behind us that's going to be a lot better on the tyres than this, but it's still not the best car. This car is so slow down the straights, he might even be on me on turn 1. Yeah, auto drive is a little bit of a pain in the arse, but... You okay, Crazy? You gain a lot of time on traction with this car. That's what I'm noticing. On traction zones is where this car excels. He's got that bug. The new bug that got introduced on the last patch. Another new one. So I need to get to lap 4 at least with these tyres, which if I can do that, the tyre wear is definitely an improvement on the 4-wheel drive cars. That's a better line for this car through there. You can just get on the power really easy with this car. That's one of the positives about it. You don't really need to worry about the rear end at all. It just grips. It's the front end you need to worry about. See, the front end's already going a bit. Hey! What? Why have I just got a 3-second penalty then? Does anyone know why I've just picked up a 3-second penalty there? That was a really weird one, that. I don't think I can even... I have no idea why I've just picked up a 3-second penalty. I don't know where that's come from. Weird. Yeah, okay, can you move your car off the track then? If that's you, that's if your car's doing that, just exit into the pits if possible, rather than just leave it doing that. You know what? This car doesn't feel like it's got the wear that it's showing. It's interesting this because the tyres are gone, but it's still gripping a bit. This is probably what Lightning was saying. When the tyres were going, it was driving better than what it felt like it should. That might be a penalty because I just totally balls that up, but... Doesn't matter about fuel. I don't think the fuel is going to be an issue this season. Just going to take the pain and do another lap here. Fuel's not really a problem, I don't think. I don't think fuel will even come into it for this season. I hope it won't anyway. No, not tried the Jag yet, but I will. Well, might try it in the next racing Group 3. Yeah, the Evo is bad, but it's the fact that I think before the last patch, if you had this tyre wear, it'd be pretty much undrivable. It'd be driving off on the steering everywhere. But now, since they've patched it, it seems to be driving better with the extreme tyre wear. Well, that's possibly going to be a penalty around. Now the understeer is really kicking in now. But you can work with it though, because the rear's got grip. You can kind of work with it and get used to this, I think. Because you can still get on the power coming out the corners. Yeah. I mean, Firestorm, he should be in the lead, but I didn't realise he hadn't gone through the first sector when I started the race, so he would have been on pole and would have probably walked away with it in the car that he's in. I think he's in the Toyota 86, which is one of the better cars at this track. I wouldn't have stood a chance with the tyre wear issue, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, to the fact that I've just managed to get the softs to lap 5 in this four-wheel drive car, it's really interesting. Let's see how much, right, 11 seconds the gap to Firestorm. He's going to gain, but let's just see just how bad the tyres are, because that'll be a good guide, really. He was faster in qualifying, so he should be gaining every lap anyway. Firestorm's on my screen. He's in P2. Unless you're on about someone else. You got to drive this with different lines, I feel. It's interesting that we've actually increased the gap to Firestorm. You can fly over the curbs with this car. It just doesn't get bothered by them. So he's going to start gaining now. This will be where it's interesting. That might be where I got the penalty before. Watch. I've got a feeling that might be a 3-second penalty. Yeah, I just got it then again by another half a second. The reason this car can probably not lose so much, you're obviously going to lose time to other cars, but in the traction zones, it's still going to have way more grip than other cars because the rear tyres are good. So it's not lost as much. I've only lost 0.6 of a second so far to him. That's going to be quite a big amount because I've just totally... That was my fault, that was a self-made error. Braked way too late. Probably 0.6 lost there, I think. Let's have a little look at the delta. Yeah, look. Yeah, 6-7 lost in that one mistake. This is where it's going to be dead, but even then, it's coping better than I expected. Considering he's in one of the best tyre wear cars. It's starting to get understeer now there. Might be a penalty, I'm not sure. Yeah, I expected that penalty there. That's the risk as well. With the understeer, you're more likely to pick up penalties. I mean, we've got no front left-hand tyre left here now, but... Try and just hook this up a bit better. That's better this time. Yeah, he's closing the gap, but he won't be able to gain that amount of time. It's hard to... I mean, you can't really compare his pace, though, because he's in the Toyota 86. Toyota 86 round here is probably faster over hot lapping anyway. And then the tyres are some of the... The tyres on it are one of the best tyres on the game. The tyre life's amazing on the Toyota 86. Got no front end. This is not an MR car. Oh, you mean in MR cars in Group 3? This is a four-wheel drive though, but... MR cars will get worse rear tyre wear. That's why... if the track is rear limited, then you're going to get... The MR cars are going to suffer. If it's front limited, the MR cars won't be as bad. I still think that maybe would have been better putting the mediums on for that. I don't know. The mediums would have been a second a lap slower anyway, so... And they would have worn us really bad at the end anyway. So I think it's still the best way to do it. Is just run... it's just to run the soft tyres and let them wear like that. I still think that would be the best way to do it. Still go with the faster tyre, because you're going to lose 5 seconds or whatever on the last 2 laps, 6 seconds. But if you go with the mediums, they wear just as bad anyway, and they're slower every lap, so you've not built up that extra speed anyway. So it's definitely better than I expected. Even though they were fully red, it was handling better than what I expected. So I think they might have made... Because that track is... You're not going to get a worse track on tyres than Catalunya. That track kills the tyres in Group 4, so... It's quite interesting to see that. Especially the fact that we were on soft tyres with ×10 tyre wear. It's definitely been improved, but it's obviously still quite bad. Yeah, I don't think I'd go a four-wheel drive car. It's just interesting to see that they've definitely had an improvement in the tyre wear, the four-wheel drive cars. And we'll do one more race before we end this stream. Let's change the track. We're going to go back to Group 3. And I want to go to Interlagos because that's a track that will come on quite a lot in... Oh, actually, no, not Interlagos. Let's do something different because I want to just use something a little bit different than Interlagos, actually. We just done Suzuka. Fuji's probably quite a good track to test. Yeah, because I think Fuji's a decent track to test for tyre. Or Nürburgring, actually. Let's do Nürburgring because that's quite harsh on the tyres. So it's going to give a good idea. I want to pick a track that's going to help me out with tyre wear. We'll leave it. Was it times 10? I think last time we did Group 3 here, wasn't it? Sure it was. It was either 10 or 11 laps. We'll do 10 for this, and we're going to go to times 15. Leave that on that. But we're going to put hard tyres on in Group 3. I want to get an idea of what... So let's change that. I need to go to the toilet as well before I start this. Can't get turn 4. Turn 4, just brake around the 100 board. Or just like, depending on what car you're in, either a little bit after. Depends. If you're in a slow car, you can brake a little bit after it. There's like a little piece of like dirt that you can use as a guide on the right hand side, I think. I'm going to go to the toilet before the start of this anyway. And then this is going to be the last test for tonight. And then we're going to be probably racing iRacing IMSA in the day tomorrow. Hopefully have a video going up as well, hopefully. Because I didn't have time to do it today. And then hopefully streaming GT Sport in the night again. I might just carry on with this FIA test because it depends on the track. If there's one combination that I don't mind, I'll do it. But if the combinations look risky for your driver rating and stuff like that, and I'll avoid it if I don't feel confident that I'll be decent at it. I don't want to risk my rating for the next FIA season. I want to make sure I'm in the top split for them. So we might just carry on with this FIA testing. Probably in the day. So in the UK, I think the race starts at either 11:45 is what I want to try and get it done for. I want to try and do the 11:45 or the 1:45 race. Like one. So it'd be like midday, around midday-ish in the UK. But I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, it'll be around midnight your time, Nathan. You make a lobby, huh? Get it? Yeah, I'll try and do the if I can do the 11:45, and then I can work on my video after that, then I'll try that and stream from early. I should be able to, because I've got the screenshot done for the thumbnail, and it's just a case of setting the stream up, and then I can maybe jump on at 11 or something like that, and do a little warm up on it or something. I'll see what I can do. I've recorded 2 parts of the video for tomorrow. I've just got to record the other 2 parts. So then if I can get the other 2 parts recorded, either one tonight and then one in the morning, and then throw them into the like video editing stuff, I can just do that after the stream. Then I'll do the earlier race. You finish work at midnight. I'll see. It'll either be the 11:45 or the 11:45 start race will be better for me, because I can then work on my video after it, or I could either work on my video first. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how much of my video I can do in the morning before. It might be the 1:45 race, but whatever one, we'll see. Right, so let's go the Jag. Let's try the Jag Group 3 car. Probably quite a tricky. I've never really driven the Group 3 car, and I think the tyre wear is quite bad on it. But this is the issue with where is it? I know why I can't go it. I haven't got it. I don't think I've got it. I'm sure we had this issue last time. I haven't bought it, have I? And I don't think I've ever won it as a gift car. Okay, so if I can't try that, Aston Martin or no, I'm not going Alpha. Not a chance. The Alpha Group C car's crap. Not going to use Alpha in the manufacturers. It's both cars are too slow down the straights. I don't like the idea of that. Let's try the Lexus is a car that I like to drive. I've driven it a few times, but should I try the McLaren? I don't think that's particularly good on tyres, though. I think it's terrible on tyres, actually. Is there much of a difference in the BOP, by the way, between the 2016 Lexus and the 2017? Has anyone ever tested the difference between them? Because they have different powers, so I don't know what the BOP is like in them and the way they handle, because I'm guessing they're slightly different. Has anyone ever tested it? The M4 is not that great. I'm guessing the 2017 is faster. The 2016 is better. I didn't think it was. I always thought the 2017 was better. I don't know. Yeah, I always thought isn't faster, the 2017. Why do I think it is though? Because whenever it's on the time trial leaderboards, it's the 2017, not the 16. I've never really seen the 16 one on the top 10 leaderboard. I've seen the 17 though. I'm gonna try the Aston Martin anyway. Let's try the Aston Martin. I've got about 20 of them, so let's give that a go here. Let's see what it's like on tyres, because although we know the Group 4 car's bad on tyres, if this car is quite good on tyres, then it's worth trying. Bar and GT Sport this week? I hope so. I don't want to say 100% because I know it's coming to GT Sport, definitely. Obviously, I did the video on it, but I don't know whether it's coming in this update or February's or March's. So I don't want to say 100% yeah, it's coming in this update, and it won't. But I'm I would say it's more likely Spa. Or the two tracks, I think it's either going to be Silverstone or Spa. I'm pretty sure it'll be one of them two. So let's just see what comes. The Z4, it's not a bad car, it's just weak down the straights. Yeah, we don't know whether this single make race on C is gonna, if it's gonna be that, that car, what's the name of that car again? If Greggy Frugi or something like that, it's that weird naming car. If it's that, I really hope it's not, because we had that as a daily race not long ago, and that would be the ultimate piss take if it is. I'd be really disappointed. I love the Nürburgring. I love the GP track. Let's just try and let's go for it now and start building up some speed. Yeah, the Fugi's there. If it's that car on the daily race C, I'll be so disappointed. And if it is that, then we won't be racing daily races tomorrow. Alright, let's start a lap and see what we can do. It's another one of these tracks, this track, where it takes a little bit of time to get up to speed. Like there's been a crash on turn 1. Taking it really easy at the moment, but don't want to bin it. I just want to see get a feel for the car before we push it. I like the sound of this car. Yeah, it just says single make car at the moment. Not a particularly great lap, that. Quite a way off the speed. I like the feel of this car though. Go and put some new tyres on and go for another lap. We should be in the 57. I think it's okay. So low 57s is what you really want to aim for. I think with hard tyres on, like 57 flat, something like that. But then we've got with the times 15 tyre wear. Yeah, so I think late 56s, low 57s is what we want to aim for. That's like old. That's like good pace, but obviously without any practice or warming up, then maybe not quite on that type of speed. But we'll give it a go. Oh yeah, it's it changes in the morning, doesn't it? I mean, do a video about the tyre wear. I don't really think they have. He totally misses braking them. I think they know the issues. I just don't think they understand. But the issue is, right, the problem with tyre wear is the tyre wear would be fine if we were racing ×1. If we were racing realistic tyre wear, there would be no issue with tyre wear on this game. It's because we're racing ×15. That's the problem. That's where all the issues with tyre wear come about, because if it was ×1, you wouldn't really notice it so much, and you could probably pit a little bit earlier anyway and get away with it in races. It wouldn't make any difference. It's all to do with the tyre wear, and that's where the problems come about. Because cars in real life have different tyre wear, and you know, front engine cars will kill the tyres more than a MR in general at the front. But then if it's all depends if it's front limited or rear limited. See, an MR car will be harder to handle with tyre wear when the track's rear limited. They do actually get the tyre wear correct in the way it does it, like four-wheel drive, front-wheel drive cars. They chew their tyres. That's how it is. But because we got ×15 wear, one lap is 15 laps. So what it's just emphasising, it's just exaggerating an issue, and that's where I wish they'd kind of go back down to maybe ×6 or 7 or something like that. See, they got the fuel right. They got rid of the fuel saving, but then added this daft tyre wear model, when really they should have kept the tyre wear the way it was on the original FIA seasons, but moved the fuel down to what it is now. That would have been the ultimate fix, and then it would have been fine. I have to say I quite like this Aston Martin. Not a bad lap that for no practice, just coming on. You could definitely get into the 56s with this. 100% sure. Probably like 56.6, 56.7, something like that. That's a decent car, that. See, this new system now, they've added... this is what's going to be such a nightmare on this game. See how I've got a 3-second penalty there because there's a car off the track, yellow flag. So if there's a crash now on this game, and there's a car sitting there not moving, and we're already going through an overtaking position or something like that, or going for a move, and it comes up as you're going for that move, you're going to get a 3-second penalty, which is so stupid. They need to... I think that might need a little bit of work of that, because you can have a car just at the side of the track, not even racing, just sat there, and it's going to wreck people's race possibly. Oh, she's put the heating on. Oh, warm orange juice. No wonder I'm starting to get hot. Open that window. Right, we're going to start this race in a minute anyway. See you later, Jonathan, by the way. Sorry, pal. I didn't see you say you were going. So that wasn't a bad lap, that, to be fair. For my first, I've driven the Aston Martin a long time ago, but it was in cockpit view. I really like the feel of that Aston Martin. I have to say that was really such a nicely balanced car. And looking at the tyre wear, look how even the tyre wear is from the fronts to the back. It's a little bit more on the rear, but it's not too bad. It looks like it's got good tyre wear. Crazy, I'm just testing out different manufacturers and different cars for the next official season. But this is the last race. Doing this race and then that'll be it. I'm going to end the stream because I'm going to watch some telly with the missus. So, this is going to be the last one. See you later, Hassan. Right, let's start the race anyway. Everyone's out on track. Let's start it. So the Aston Martin seems like it seems nice. What I'll probably test on the next stream that we do testing it out is I'll probably test out the Group 4 Aston Martin. I think that's going to be the car. So far, from the high on data, this feels more like my kind of car. I really like this because even though it's front engine, I think it is, isn't it? The front engine rear wheel drive. So even though it's that, it's got a very nice front end. So kind of like it. That's what I always like, to have a strong front end on the car. We'll keep an eye on that brake bias because I'm not sure if I might need to go down to 0 or not. I could get used to the sound on this thing as well. Such a nice sounding car. Listen to that engine, it sounds so good. My mistake, that'll be a penalty. Oh, such poor driving by me through there then. Really stable getting on the power as well, what I'm noticing with this. Yeah, we saw his livery last night. Need to stop backing off there. Need to go through there a lot more aggressive. Really good on that last corner, this Aston Martin. Such a nicely balanced car. I really like this Aston Martin. Tyre wear is really good as well. We got times 15 tyre wear, I'm sure we have. Or did I not change it? I need to check that. Did I leave it at times 10? I don't know. I thought I changed it, but might have forgot. Aston Martin at the moment. There's a lot of top players that use the pad on GT Sport. I don't know. Well, see, the problem, you need to remember how hard it is to get to the World Finals, because to get there for the UK drivers, we've got the most competitive group. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the UK is, for me, it's the hardest group to get through. I will try my best, but I don't know. There's so many drivers that could make it. It's going to be a little bit down to luck and obviously skill as well, but I think I've got the speed to definitely get there. It's just a case of whether we make it or not. It's going to be hard. You've got Tichney, you've got Matty278, or whatever his name is, Ruffle Waffle, you've got M. Thomas, you've got Jay Adams, you've got Zocchi, who is on the UK, you've got Indian Food, you've got loads. It's just such a competitive lobby. You've even got GTA Matty as well, who's very, very fast. It's just so many different drivers that, for the UK, that could get there. Yeah, Derm as well. I forgot about Derm. And the problem is, like, last season, I was in the top 24 all the way through the season, but couldn't enter the top 24 race, purely on the basis that you could only have like 3 from each country. So even though I was in the top 24 for the nations, I couldn't enter the races. So I think I even finished the season in the top 24. So I was in the top 24 in Europe, but I wasn't through because you couldn't have more than 3 drivers in each country. So it really does highlights an issue with their system in my view, because we're not getting the best drivers in Europe in the World Finals. It's the best in each country, which I don't agree with, if I'm honest. I want to see the best drivers racing each other, not just the best from each country. I think that car could have no-stopped that. I'm convinced that I've got tyre wear on ×10 though. Yeah, it should be the best. That's my opinion. It should be the best of the best, but it doesn't always work out like that. So, is he going to try and do a no-stopper? I mean, from where he is, that's going to be hard. This Aston Martin will eat that car up on the handling with the fresh tyres. Did anyone see the Max Verstappen clip, by the way, on iRacing? It made my day when I saw that. Completely wiped the driver out. I mean, it was a bit naughty of him, but it was still funny to watch. To be fair though, it must get annoying for Max Verstappen because he's there just trying to have fun on the game, and people are trying to race him when he's trying to practice his qualifying setups and stuff, and they try and race him and like block him in practice, and that would piss me off, if I'm brutally honest, because apparently it's been happening quite a lot recently. People they wait for him to come around the track and then jump out in front of him just to try and have a little race with him for 2 seconds or whatever, just so they can upload it to YouTube and shit like that. Now, I'm sorry, but that would piss me off. Like, I don't blame him for doing what he did because apparently it's been happening a lot on the game. He's probably just had enough. I think in that situation, iRacing should allow him to change his name and use a name of his choice so that he can hide his identity. That's my opinion on it. I don't think it's fair on him. You know, just because he's famous, he still wants his own privacy and to have a have a game on a sim racing game and have fun on it. No, it won't happen to me. It's not the same. Max Verstappen's an F1 driver. That's why people are so obsessed with doing it. As far as I know, Jimmy Broadbent doesn't get anything like that on iRacing, so... We're trying to work that one out now in terms of what car we're going to use. That's what we're testing. We're going to be doing quite a few streams like this, just testing out different stuff. I know that there have been a lot of people. I know you said there. I read that one there about saying there was no one blocking him in your practice session, but it has been happening. A lot of the Team Redline drivers have seen it and they know about it and they've seen it happen and stuff. And I can understand why you'd be getting pissed off at that because he's just there trying to have some fun on a game. He doesn't need, he takes it serious. Like Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, they all take iRacing quite serious. So if you're going to try and ruin their, their practice, they're going to get pissed off because they're competing in that. And, it might not be like F1 serious, but they're still serious. They want to win. They want to beat each other. They don't want to get beat by each other. So I know it was only a practice session, but at the end of the day, he's working on setup and stuff like that. So, and his qualifying speed and... Hi, Nick. Oh, shit. Nearly binned it then. So tyre wear seems really good on this Aston Martin so far. It feels really balanced. I need to test what the tyre wear's on because it must be on times 10. I'm convinced it's times 10. I must have forgot. I mustn't have put it to times 15. you know, if I was Max Verstappen and I know Lando does it, but if I was Max Verstappen and that, I would create like a YouTube, Twitch, whatever, and I would be in my free time. I would be doing what Nicky Fimm's doing, because I tell you what, they could have some serious following. You know, imagine like if Max Verstappen streamed, imagine how many people would watch him. He would just get so many people watching him on like whatever platform he did it on. And then for after he's finished F1, he's got something that he enjoys doing that would provide him income as well. I mean, he would just get instantly, like, he'd get to 100,000 subs like that. It wouldn't take him long at all, because he's so good at the games as well. No, it's not against the F1 contract, because Lando Norris has been streaming for ages. And I'm pretty sure he'll carry on even though he's in the F1. I mean, what he's going to do as well, yeah, like, it'd be so good for F1 if someone like that did do that, because imagine all the new people that would start watching F1 just because he's streaming, and he'd get more fans, and for me, it'd be a win-win situation for them, and he could come to be able to talk to your fans as well, and obviously there'd be dickheads in there trying to, like, say stuff, but you just ignore them or get moderators to mute them. Sorry, Doffra, mate, but this is the last race, just to warn you. I'm sorry, Twizzy. I'm finishing the stream after this one. Apologies, but we're going to watch some telly with the missus. So really, really happy with that Aston Martin. It's really easy to drive. Really nice car. Very nice car to drive. I'm sure we had times 10 tyre wear on instead of times 15 then, but even then with times 10 it still had good tyre wear. Yeah, you can post a link in it. It's on it was anything but that was streaming when he did it. I know him. He used to play a lot of Drive Club, and he's played on this. He's on GT Sports sometimes as well. What's my view on Lando Norris? He's a very good driver, let's be brutally honest. He's going to be one. I think he's got the speed, but he's going to be driving for McLaren, so he's screwed. But I think he's got a very, very, very good future in F1. He's definitely got speed, but I don't know whether he's going to have the car to do much with it. You might not be able to post it, mate. It might be only moderators that can post the links. I'm not sure. The GR4 Aston is not good. Top speed is low. You got that wrong. The Aston Martin Group 4 is probably one of the highest top speed cars on the game. It's one of the better cars for top speed. It's not good on tyre wear, but its acceleration and top speed's OP. Change your driving gear from T500 to GT. I don't know. What do you mean? I haven't got no driving gear. Oh, my fella, you mean? Yeah, I know. I haven't changed the uniform on him yet. Some say Hurricane has 9 gear. Right, that's the last race. Let me just check this, because since It was times 10, I bet. Oh, no, what? No way. There is no way that Aston Martin was that good on times 15 tyre wear. What the... No, I'm not having that. No way. What? Is that for real? No wonder that Aston Martin's good in the current season. I can't believe that. Oh my god, that's just made me think twice about Aston Martin now. So the Aston Martin is clearly going to be a very good choice for Group 3. That's way better than Porsche. That absolutely shits all over the Porsche for tyre wear around there with times 15 on. I can't believe that. ROH Bodis donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Another day, another dollar. Good races today. Thank you very much, Bodis. I appreciate that donation. Thank you very much. Yeah, good races. It was good racing you, mate. Thank you very much for that. The Aston Martin's Group 4 car is one of the highest top speed cars. Yeah, it's so easy to drive that Aston Martin. I'm very much leaning towards that because even the Group 4 car can still compete. It's not bad. It's not the worst on tyres. It's just not brilliant. So you can still compete with it. And the top speed's good on the Group 4 car. So you can kind of hold off cars with its acceleration. That Aston's really shocked me with the tyre wear. I'm really shocked. Sorry about this, but I'm ending that lobby. Apologies to everyone that's just joined, but that's the last race of the stream. Apologies. But yeah, I'm shocked at that. That's really took me by surprise. I thought that was times 10 because the last time I drove the Porsche there with high tyre wear, with hard tyres, it was not that good on tyres. That Aston Martin, wow, I'm shocked at it. I can't believe that. I'm really confused at that. I don't know. I mean, I've got other cars to test, but the Aston Martin is also fast down the straights. And it's also, in Group 3, it's fast down the straights. It's got really good acceleration. And it's got good handling. So I would say that in the current situation now with tyre wear being high, that is an OP car. With no fuel being, with the fact that we don't have to do like fuel wear is, fuel is irrelevant. Doesn't matter what you run with fuel. That car is OP with tyres. I'm shocked at that. Really am surprised. I'm very tempted by Aston Martin now, purely because of the Group 3 performance with the tyres. The fact that it can qualify well as well because it's fast down the straights and it handles well. It's a good balanced car, so it's going to be good on a lot of tracks as well. It's not going to be just a random track it's good at. It's going to be good at it's good at Bathurst, it's good at Interlagos, it's good at Nürburgring. And if it's good at them, it'll be good at Monza. It'll be good at pretty much any track you put it on, I think. That's really surprised me, that. They might nerf it. I doubt it. I don't think they'll nerf it because it's not OP on the time trial leaderboards. That's a problem. So they don't pick it up. They don't tend to like pick up stuff that's not. They tend to nerf the cars. I think the Porsche will get possibly a something done to it. Maybe a weight increase. They might. What I think they might do with the Porsche is increase the weight by 1%, but then give it 1% more power. That's what I expect to happen with the Porsche. And that would be the right move, because if you're going to give it more weight, you need to give it more power. Yeah, the Aston Martin, it must have been like that for a while. It explains a lot of things, though, from previous races that I've had where tyre wear was relevant in Group 3. Yeah, that's what I think they should do with the Porsches. Give it more weight. 1% weight increase. For now, BOP change it. Just do a 1% weight increase, but then give it 1% power. So that's that will wear the tyres out more anyway and create more equal tyre wear to the likes of the Audi's a little bit extreme on tyre wear, but it's going to equal it out a bit. You want to start on pole or be? I mean, at the end of the day, the Aston Martin can start on pole. That's the thing with that car as well. It's got good speed. It's got the potential to be in the top 3 or 4. It's definitely it's a fast car. Yeah, the Aston's engine it's really towards the middle, isn't it? Even though it's front, it's towards the middle. The VW GTI is not horrible on tyres. I've driven that. It's not bad on tyres. You just got to short shift it. It's not bad at all on tyres. It's good on fuel, but it's not bad on tyres. The VW, I've tried it. I drove it at Catalunya with high tyre wear. It's pretty decent. Do you think you could do the opposite with Audi and Honda, etc., with a 1% power and weight decrease? What they need to do with Audi is keep the weight, but then because the Audi's fast down the straights, so maybe if you decrease the weight, you make the car harder to drive as well because it becomes more lively. It's a hard one. What they need to do really with the Audi, the Renault, the Ferrari is maybe just alter the tire wear on the actual, like they'll have a group of like they'll have some information that they put into the computer or whatever, the physics for them cars, and they just need to like tone the percentage down or maybe just knock off a little bit every now on the tire wear on them, just a really small amount, just keep knocking it off on every patch until they get it right. Because them cars are a little bit too extreme on tyre wear. The Porsche is correct for its for an MR car. The NSX is probably just as good, if not better, on tyre wear than the Porsche, the NSX. What other cars have you got that are MR? I can't think what cars are MR on GT Sport. I can't think. The M6 is front engined, isn't it? It's been OP, and the M6 was only OP when the tyre wear didn't come into it. But now that the tyre wear comes into it, it's not as strong as it used to be. And they've also changed the fuel. If fuel comes back, the BMW is pointless. I didn't mind the tyres on it last night when I tested it. It felt quite good. The 4C's crap. I'm not using that. I would I'm not a fan of the Alfa Romeo the GR3. The Group 4 car's good though. Yeah, they still not fixed the notification problem. Loads of people have been having it. If you go onto YouTube's Twitter and read the replies, hundreds of people have said that the notifications are broke. So I had to do 2 streams again tonight just to get it to, so I could get some people in the lob into the stream. It's a shame because it's frustrating for me because it looks, people are probably thinking, a lot of people are thinking I've just not done nothing for days, even though I've been on every day streaming. The problem is, right, what you'll find is people forget about a car just because someone's not put it at the top of the time trial leaderboard. Lightning could go on to, right, Lightning could put pretty much any Group 3 car within reason onto the top of a leaderboard. The potential is there on nearly all the cars. It's just that people see the time trial leaderboards on the daily race and go, oh, the Porsche is top, I'm going to have to use that car. In the race, it's not the best car. Just because it's best for time trial does not mean it's the best for the race. That Aston Martin with tyre wear absolutely shits on the Porsche. It's way better. Mercedes AMG GT3, in my view, is also better on the tyre wear and is probably equal, at least equal to the Porsche in terms of its race pace. I love driving the Mercedes in the race. Qualifying wasn't bad in it once you get used to it. There's a lot of cars that are really good in race trim compared to the Evo. The Lancia Evo is also really good on its tyres and it's really stable. So if you can get used to that as well, it's a good car. People are too obsessed with a time trial leaderboard on this game. Like, they see that a car's top of the leaderboard. It's like Group 4 as well, the TT. Oh yeah, you see it so often on daily races when it's like daily race seeing it. You'll see in the morning someone will hit the top on the with a TT or a Huracan, and then they'll try and do the race with it because they think that it's going to be better in the race. When they go in the race and the tires are shit, so they just get destroyed. Yeah, the Aston Sideway was just super even and balanced, and the car is just really good. The VGT VW is good. It's good for Interlagers because it's not only good top speed, but it is quite a good car for the way the corners are on that track. It suits it, but it is a good car for even in race trim. That, to be fair, the Golf, but the Aston Martin's also good at Interlagers, and the Mustang is probably fairly equal to the VW Interlagers. That's why they use the Aston Martin, yeah, because the tyre wear's amazing on it. But now we know that. So does everyone in this stream, and so do probably a lot more people when they watch the stream when it goes live. When I put it live tomorrow, so more people are going to be aware of that, and that you might find a lot of people using Aston Martin, which might put me off using it, but we'll see. I like the feel of that car. I like the handling. The tyres just don't get anywhere. I felt like I would have only lost a little bit of time on the final lap if I would have been pushing and not reading chat. Yeah, it's also very good down the straight. I mean, the Golf's good down the straight, but I guarantee you the Aston Martin behind the Golf will have better acceleration through early gears. Where was that? Let me just see something. I don't even know where that tweet was. Did I save the screenshot from that? I can't remember if I did. Let me see something. Someone did someone worked out all the acceleration through all the cars. I'm sure I screenshotted it. Did I? Yeah, I screenshotted it. And Lightning's told me the cars that were written in like Japanese and that. So let's have a little look at the which one was the Golf? I think that's the Golf VGT. Right. Let me find the Aston Martin if it's on here. Okay, I need to look at his message to find out where the Aston Martin is. Okay, let me find the Aston Martin because I'll have to go through his message now, and I'll read something to you now to compare it to the Golf, and you'll be surprised at how good this Aston Martin is. I'm pretty sure you will. Let me just find Lightning's message so that I can find out what number on the list the Aston Martin is. Where are you? Vantage. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th car down on this list, and then I'm gonna now. Let me just double check that actually. The Golf was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th. Okay, so 9 and 13. 9 and 13, remember that. Let's have a little look at this. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Aston Martin 0 to 100 is nearly 4/10 faster than the Golf VGT. And then from 0 to 200, this is kilometers an hour, obviously. It's still faster than the Golf VGT. It's 6/10 faster 0 to 200 kilometers an hour than the VGT Golf. And then let's work this out. Wait there. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and then from 100 to 200. I've got to work this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, yeah. From 100 kilometers an hour to 200 through the gears, it is still faster than the Golf. From 200 to 250, is it still faster than the Golf there? 8.40. It equals it there. It's slightly slower, but only fractionally. It pretty much equals. And then 100 to 250. Let's check that one out. So that's where like the real top speed comes into it. That's where the Golf VGT is strong. So 15 seconds flat pretty much. And that one is faster. The Aston Martin is faster than the Golf, even from 100 to 250. So that's how fast that Aston Martin is. I think the speed at the top gears isn't as fast. So once you go over 250 kilometers an hour, that's when you're going to lose the speed. But from all the acceleration ranges, that Aston Martin is the fastest car. That's quite surprising. It absolutely shits on all the other cars. I've just looked through the list. It destroys them. That shows you how good that car is. That is pretty much a hidden car in terms of realizing how fast it is. So a lot of people are not aware of that, but I've got the list. I really should do a video on that. I should put that into a proper video, comparing all the different cars on acceleration through that list. It wouldn't be through it'd be mainly just talking about obviously the different accelerations, but I've got a list of every car from different acceleration ranges. Is the Jag any good? Let's have a little look. I'll have a look for you. I think it is though. I don't think it's particularly good at low end acceleration, but right, let's have a look. Where's the Jag? Don't know what car it is. Wait there. Let me just. I have to go back to Lightning's message just to find out what. Right, it's above the Vantage, so this is easy to check. Okay, so it's directly above the Vantage on the list. Go back through. Right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0 to 100, the Jag is just slightly slower than the Aston Martin, but not much. From 0 to 200, the Aston Martin is nearly 3 tenths faster than the Jag, but still faster than the Golf. The Jag is still faster than the Golf. From 0 to 250, though, the Jaguar beats the Aston Martin. So that's quite a surprise. From 100 to 200, the Aston Martin beats the Jag. But from 200 to 250, the Jaguar beats the Aston Martin. And then from 100 to 250, the Jag also beats the Aston Martin, but only by a tenth. So them two cars are some of the strongest acceleration cars on the game. I've got a list of like every Group 3 car with its acceleration from 0 to 100 to 0 to 200, 0 to 250, 100 to 200, 200 to 250, 100 to 250. Someone went through it and worked it all out. It was on Twitter a while ago. So I screenshotted it because I kind of wanted to do a video on it, but it'd be really hard to go through because it'd just be a lot of talking about what cars are the best. But what I would probably try and do is group them into. What I should do is group the 0 to 100 times from rank 1 down to the last slowest, and then do a separate rank from 0 to 200 and separate to 0 to 250 and do it as a video like that. Just so everyone knows how the acceleration varies from different ranges and different gears. But the Jag and the Aston Martin look like some of the strongest cars in terms of acceleration. What is there any surprises on there in terms of the R8? Look at this though. Look how good the Aston Martin. This is why the Audi R8 is so good at hot lapping and qualifying. As a qualifying car, it's especially on tracks with a lot of slow corners. The R8 accelerates from 0 to 100 in 3.7, which is let me just check something here. So that's 3 tenths faster than the Aston Martin. And then it then loses a bit. Oh, no, then it's faster than the Aston Martin from 0 to 200 as well. But then from 0 to 200, Jesus, the Audi is a monster. The Audi's faster than the Aston Martin by 3 tenths from 0 to 250. That is why it's a hot lapping car. That car's a monster. Jesus. What's that car at the top? There is a car that's even faster. I need to know what car that is. What is that? That'll be the Ford GT. Now, this is why the Ford GT is such a strong car. Because it's literally the fastest on 0 to 100. Equal to the Aston Martin from 0 to 200. But then from 0 to 250, its acceleration is the only car. Yeah, it's the only car to get in the 17 seconds. The Aston Martin's 19. It's 1.3 seconds faster from getting from 0 to... Yeah, it's a 1.3 seconds faster from 0 to 250 than the... That doesn't sound right. I don't believe that. I feel like that's a bit... Oh, no, sorry. It's not 1.3 seconds. What am I on about? It's half... Is it? No. I can't work this out. Yeah, it's a second faster. That cannot be right. I can't believe that. I don't believe if you put them on a straight line that the Ford's going to accelerate a second quicker than the Aston Martin. Makes me want to check that out because there's no way. I can't believe that. That's saying that the Aston Martin is 1.3 seconds slower than the Ford GT to 250 kilometers an hour. I think you'd have to. Do you know what I think's probably altered these results? These starts he's been getting. Possibly. Maybe he's probably tested the cars out a lot and kept going over them, but I think I'm going to check it. I think I'm going to test that just to make sure, because I don't think there's a 1.3 second gap, because if that was the case at Monza, certain cars would be like a second slower. There's no way that... What is the noise? Yeah, there's no way that my voice is going a bit funny, by the way, if you haven't. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so. But yeah, I'm confused by that. I'm quite shocked. If that's the case, then the Ford GT on a straight line should be dominating at tracks like Monza, but I think we'll need to test that properly before we 100% believe that. Any track the Aston would beat the GT, not in a straight line, not in a hot lap. It wouldn't, Nick. In a hot lap, the Ford is the fastest at Bathurst. It's the fastest at Monza, I think. It's the fastest at... possibly the fastest at Interlagos as well. St. Croix, the Ford GT is the fastest, I think. There's a lot of tracks the Ford is OP on. A lot of people have stopped using it because they worked out that in the race it's terrible because of tyre wear. But it's not a bad car, the Ford. There is a weird sound on the audio. Oh, the missus was was drying her hair. You might have heard the blow dryer. She was drying her hair in the background. She just turned it off. She was in the toilet, but I think it was still coming through. On race pace, yeah, the GT it's not bad. It's just there's a weird noise now, even when I'm talking. Or all right, okay. She just turned it off now. So you might not hear it now. Turn it back on. Can you do it? Face it this way a bit so I can hear it. Do it again. Is it that? Yeah, you can shut the door now. It'll be that. Yeah, it's just a blow. She's just drying her hair. Right, anyway. We're going to end that stream there. I'm going to test some of them stats out because I'm not 100% convinced that that's correct. I can't see that there's a full second difference between from 0 to 250 kilometers an hour. I mean, that's a lot. But then I remember testing the AMG GT3 compared to the Ford, and the difference was insane. So maybe it is that bad. I don't know. But anyway, thank you very much for coming into the stream today and watching. And thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. Thank you to the donations. I appreciate it massively. And we'll see you tomorrow for possibly 2 streams. I'm hoping to get iRacing done and GT Sport and a video out tomorrow. That's the plan. Doesn't always come out like that, but that'll be the plan to do that. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow early in the day and also at night time. See you later, everyone.